Welcome once again to the Mood Maths and Science. In today's class, we will be working on the formula. We will derive the formula which will help us solve quadratic equations. In our other classes, we saw how to solve quadratic equations using factorization method and also how to solve using completing the square method. But today, like I said, we'll be deriving the formula. Let's do it together. Our quadratic expressions are always of this form: ax squared plus bx plus c equals 0. The same procedure we used for completing the square is what we're going to use in deriving the formula. So like we did in completing the square, step 1, we're going to divide through by a. So that if I divide this equation all through by a dividing this side, this becomes x squared plus b over a, that's b over ax, plus c over a equals 0. Step 2, we're going to move the constant to the other side. If I move c positive from the right to the left, it becomes negative. If I'm moving negative from the right to the left, it becomes positive. So I'm moving x squared now plus b over ax is going to become minus c over a. Step 3, we are going to divide the coefficient of x, which is b over a. We're dividing b over a by 2. And we'll add the square to both sides so that it becomes x squared plus b over ax plus b over 2a all squared equals minus c over a plus b over 2a all squared. Now with this, we have completed the square for this side and obviously likewise at the other end. Now, this expression, in completing my square, remember we'll pick x plus 1 of what I have in here, b over 2a all squared equals, let's solve this out, this minus c over a plus b over 2a all squared becomes b squared over 4a squared. So that my x plus b over a over 2a all squared is the same thing as, let's take the LCM of this, becomes 4a squared. A in 4a squared, that's 4a. 4a times minus c, that becomes minus 4ac, plus 4a squared in 4a squared, that's 1. 1 times b squared, b squared. So that x plus b over 2a all squared is equals to, let's rearrange this, b squared minus 4ac all over 4a squared. Now I'm going to take the square root of this side so that I can solve for x in this bracket. If I take the square root of this side, I also take the square root of that side. If I'm taking the square root of this side, my equation becomes x plus b over 2a equals plus or minus square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 4a squared. Obviously, 4a squared, it's a square. I can easily take the square root, and the square root of 4a squared is 2a. 2 times 2, 4. A times a squared. So I can pick one of them. So that x now 2 can go to my b over 2a, which is also a constant, can go to the other side. Now let's collecting like terms. X now equals, x equals minus b plus b over 2a goes to the other side to become minus b over 2a plus or minus square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. X obviously equals, let's take the LCM. Here is 2a. 2a into a, that's 1. 1 times minus b, that's minus b. Plus or minus 2a into a, that's 1. 1 times everything I have here, it repeats itself. Square root of b squared minus 4ac. With that, we have our formula. X is equals to minus b plus or minus square root of b squared minus 4ac. Thank you for staying with me. Taking a word of note, in subsequent class, we will also solve more questions relating to quadratic equations. As a word of note, quadratic equations aren't difficult, but you need to practice. I always advise students, please get past questions and solve more. Practice more. The more you practice, the better you become. Thank you for staying with us. And if this is your first time meeting us, please do not hesitate to subscribe to our channel. Thank you.